live na po tayo sa ating YouTube channel. Yung mga hindi makapasok sa Zoom na partners po natin, isend po natin sa kanila yung ating live sa ating YouTube channel. And bago po tayo mag-start, I'm Diamond Master Juliana Esbalia from Argul Marikina Aja Center, and I'm your host for today. Ayan po. Bago po tayo mag-start, i-recite po natin ang ating company motto. Ready position, please.
Yup.
Company motto, go.
Cherish the spirit. Create the vision. Follow the faith.
Serve with humility.
Aja.
And good morning again sa ating lahat. Ngayon po, di ko na po patagalin dahil excited din po akong malaman yung about sa ating featured product for today na i-discuss ng one of the best speaker po ng Atomy Philippines na talaga pong lagi po siyang ini-invite para mag-discuss ng ating mga health supplement. Di ko na patatagalin. Pinapasa ko na po ang screen sa ating Sales Master, Ma'am Miles MUNARRIZ.
Maraming salamat po. Good morning po sa lahat. Today we will talk about two health supplements na sa Korea pa lang po available pero nakilala na po natin sa Pilipinas at nakita ko na po ang magandang epekto nila. So, i-share ko lang po yung screen. Okay. Yung Zoom na wala na naman. Share screen muna. Okay. Yan. Okay, kita nyo na po. Yan. Okay. We'll start with the vitamin B complex. How the 8B vitamins can change your life. Okay, very important po ito. Hindi masyadong pinag-uusapan kasi we hear about the other vitamins most of the time. Pero nakita ko na po ang diferensya pag wala at pag meron. At vitamin B ng ibang brands at ng Atomy. So ito na po, simulan na po natin. There are 13 vitamins that our body needs and 8 of them are B vitamins. So ang dami-dami po, hindi ho pwede talaga mawala sa katawan natin ang B vitamin complex. Vitamin B is a water-soluble vitamin and should be consumed every day as it is not stored in the human body. Ayun pa po, parati talagang everyday mayroon kang nakukuhang vitamin B. Except B12 and folate, which B9, which are stored in the liver for a limited time. Ang B vitamins po play a vital role in maintaining good health and well-being. They have a direct effect on our energy levels, brain function, and cell metabolism. So if you can see, ito palang tatlo is for life talaga. Pag wala yun, mabilis po tayong hindi na magkakasakit, mamamatay na po tayo. Vitamin B complex helps prevent infections and helps support or promote health in many bodily functions. So in general, ano po ba ang ginagawa ng vitamin B? It helps prevent infections and helps support cell health, growth of red blood cells, energy levels, good eyesight, healthy brain function, good digestion, healthy appetite, proper nerve function, hormones and cholesterol production, cardiovascular health, and muscle tone. Ang benefits po ng vitamin B complex, in general lang po ito, maintains good health and well-being, supports metabolism of food into cellular energy. Ibig sabihin yung kinakain natin, pinaprocess ng vitamin B para makain ng cells natin. Kasi syempre kinain natin na pagkain na kilala natin, hindi yun magagamit agad ng katawan. Kailangan i-break down muna. Yun ang ginagawa po ng vitamin B. And then it supports the nervous health system. It also the building blocks impacting energy levels, brain function, and cell metabolism. So it is important to seek the health benefits of vitamin B. Vitamin B is easily destroyed. So aside from not being produced by the body, it is not stored by the body, it is easily destroyed. Very important po that we have a supply of vitamin B every day. So it's easily destroyed, particularly by alcohol and cooking. Food processing can also remove or reduce the amount of B group vitamins in foods. Yung kinakain po nating white flour, white bread, and white rice, wala na po halos vitamin B yun. Pag tinanggal mo na po yung um, sa rice po tinatanggal natin yung 'di ba gina-grind nila yung para maging puti. Yung tinanggal niyo dun na brown na coating, yun dun po yung B vitamins at saka yung fiber. So pag kinain niyo po yung white rice, puro asukal na lang po yun. So although kailangan din natin ng sugar, ang ginagawa po ng sugar dun sa white rice, mabilis siyang lumalabas sa bloodstream. So kung diabetic ka, makikita mo agad after you eat white rice, akyat agad ang blood sugar mo kasi kumakalat siya agad sa blood. Whereas kung brown rice yon, um, pipigil-pigilan nung fiber na nandoon para ilabas sa bloodstream. Kunyari, lalabas lang siya ng 10 at a time. Sabihin na natin 10 chains of sugar, ilalabas ng katawan at a time. So, nagamit na ng katawan mo yung nilabas niya na sugar, yung glucose, bago ilalabas na naman yung susunod. So, kaya ng katawan i-process yun. Pero sa white rice po, labas agad na tapos parang na-overwhelm na naman yung bloodstream natin. Okay. So, ano po yung types of vitamin B? B1 is known as thiamine, B2 is riboflavin, B3 is also called niacin, and then pantothenic acid is B5. There's B6 which is pyridoxine, biotin is B7, folate or folic acid is B9, cyanocobalamin is B12. Ano po yung roles ng 8B vitamins? In general din po ito, B1 supports energy metabolism. Ito po yung nasa website ng Atomy. It helps convert food into usable energy. So again, the vitamins do not give us energy, but it converts the food we eat into energy. It is necessary for growth, development, and functions of cells. We go clockwise. B2, riboflavin, supports energy production and normal cellular function. Niacin helps support the digestive system, the skin, and nerves. Ang pantothenic acid is essential for fatty acid synthesis and degradation. The fatty acid kasi has to be broken down before the body can use it. And then pyridoxine plays a role in mood metabolism and cognitive function. So, pagkadating naman po sa B7, it helps the body metabolize proteins and process glucose. And then folate is crucial in normal growth and formation of DNA. And then we have B12, which is required for normal red blood cell formation, neurological function, and the DNA synthesis. Ang B1 po at ang B12 is one of the very most important vitamin B in the body. Hindi po pwedeng mawala nito or maging low ang levels nito. Ang B1 is used by all cells, as in all cells. Lahat ng functions po ng katawan may B1 po na ginagamit. Ang B12 will also help fight depression. Kaya makita po natin pag walang B12 or mababa ang B12, medyo confused din po yung tao. Okay. So, let's go into some details about each vitamin. Thiamine helps to convert glucose into energy and has a role in nerve function. It also protects the immune system. Pag may deficiency ka sa thiamine, deficiency here is generally found in countries where the dietary staple is white rice. That's us. Deficiencies are also caused by excessive alcohol intake or a very poor diet. Symptoms include confusion, irritability, poor arm or leg coordination, lethargy, fatigue, and muscle weakness. Beriberi is caused by thiamine deficiency. Pero sinasabi lang natin in general, manas, kulang ng vitamin B. Ang specific palang vitamin dito is thiamine. It also affects the cardiovascular, muscular, gastrointestinal, and nervous systems. Dry beriberi affects the nervous system, while wet beriberi affects the cardiovascular system. There's also another kind of syndrome the Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome is also called wet brain. Wag na daw natin tawagan wet brain kasi medyo parang negative ang dating, parang pinili po ng tao na magkaroon siya ng ganun sakit, pero hindi naman po, hindi niya pinipili to. In fact, iba-iba ang symptoms sa mga, kasi this is normally for alcoholics eh. Pero nangyayari po iba-iba, pero kung ano man po yung syndrome, ito naman po ang makikita natin. It is linked to alcohol excess and a thiamine deficient diet. Kasi alcohol reduces thiamine absorption in the gut and increases its excretion from the kidneys. So pagka inom ng alcohol nung walang control, for example, every day, namamaga po yung intestines at hindi nakaka-absorb ng thiamine. Tapos nalalabas agad ng kidney. So yung kanyang katawan halos walang thiamine na nakukuha. Okay. What are the good sources of thiamine? Meron po tayong whole meal cereal grains, seeds, especially sesame seeds, yung pong lingay nilalagay sa palitaw. Ito po yan. Legumes, wheat germ, nuts, yeast, and pork. So we go to the next vitamin, B2. Riboflavin is primarily involved in energy production and helps vision and skin health. It produces red blood cells and it is used to prevent migraines and heart problems. Yung pong sa skin health, yung Riboflavin, minsan po nilalagay sa cosmetics at saka sa mga skincare products para po maipahid din po sa skin at makakatulong po sa health ng skin. So ano po ang Riboflavin deficiency? It is also called a riboflavinosis. A riboflavinosis is rare and is usually seen along with other bigger vitamin deficiencies. It does not occur on its own, usually. People at risk include those who consume excessive amounts of alcohol po na naman, and those who do not consume milk or milk products. So ano po ang good sources of riboflavin? It's milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, whole grain breads and cereals, egg whites, leafy green vegetables, meat, yeast, liver, and kidney. Okay. Yung B3 po naman is niacin. So niacin is essential for the body to convert carbohydrates, fat, and alcohol into energy. It helps maintain skin health and supports the nervous and digestive systems. Unlike other bigger vitamins, niacin is very heat stable and little is lost in cooking. It promotes good cholesterol levels and lowers bad cholesterol. So ano po ang niacin deficiency? It is also known as pellagra. People who drink excessive amounts of alcohol, this is about the third or fourth time you've heard this, or live on a diet almost exclusively based on corn, are most at risk of pellagra. Other causes are associated with digestive problems where the body does not absorb niacin efficiently. The main symptoms of pellagra are commonly referred to as the 3Ds. Dementia, that's in the brain, diarrhea, that's in the gut, and dermatitis, that's on the skin. This disease can lead to death if not treated. So that's the fourth po. Death is the fourth D na pwede pong mangyari sa atin kung hindi po matreat agad ang pellagra. Meron din po danger of excessive niacin intake. Large doses of niacin produce a drug-like effect on the nervous system and on blood fats. While favorable changes in blood fats are seen, side effects include flushing, itching, nausea, and potential liver damage. As we can see later, hindi po naman umaabot ang dosage ng vitamin B complex ng Atomy dun sa large dose na sinasabi dito. Okay. So ano pong good sources of niacin? Meats, fish, poultry, milk, eggs, whole grain breads and cereals, nuts, mushrooms, and all protein-containing foods. If you can look at this, so far, ang mga kailangan ng good sources po ay marami pong nuts and eggs. Yung fish and meats, minsan nandun, minsan wala. Okay. Nakita niyo po yung picture po sa kanan. Para pong Filipino tapsilog. Okay. Pantothenic acid po, B5, is needed to metabolize carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and alcohol, as well as produce red blood cells and steroid hormones. Pantothenic acid also beats stress and produces sex hormones. So ano po ang pantothenic acid deficiency? Because pantothenic acid is found in such a wide variety of foods, deficiency is extremely rare. There's no danger of having a deficiency of B5. But good sources of pantothenic acid. It is so widespread you can get it in most foods, but some good sources include liver, meats, milk, kidneys, eggs, yeast, peanuts, and legumes. Ito po, B6 naman po, pyridoxine. It is needed for protein and carbohydrate metabolism, the formation of red blood cells, and certain brain chemicals. It influences brain processes and development, immune function, and steroid hormone activity. It improves moods and sleep quality. Pyridoxine deficiency is also rare. People who drink excessive amounts of alcohol, women, especially those on the contraceptive pill, the elderly, and people with thyroid disease are the most at risk. B7 or biotin is needed for energy, fat synthesis, and amino acid metabolism. For healthy hair, skin, and nails. It is also vital for the development of a healthy fetus. So ano po ang biotin deficiency? It is also very rare. It is widely distributed in foods and only required in small amounts. Overconsumption of raw egg whites over periods of several months by bodybuilders, for example, can induce deficiency because a protein in the egg white inhibits biotin absorption. So folate or folic acid is the synthetic form of folate. This is B9, vitamin B9. It is needed to form red blood cells, which carry oxygen around the body. It helps the development of the fetal nervous system as well as DNA synthesis and cell growth. So very important po to dun sa bata growing in the mother's womb. Women of childbearing age need a diet rich in folate for this reason. It strengthens memory and promotes a healthy pregnancy. Kailangan po ito, kaya ina-add po ng doktor ang folate aside from the multivitamins na pinaprescribe niya sa mother, ina-add niya po ang folate na separate po na supplement. Okay. Excessive folic acid intake. Although folic acid is generally considered non-toxic, excessive intakes about 1,000 microgram per day over a period of time can lead to malaise, irritability, and intestinal dysfunction. The main risk with excessive folate intake is that it can mask a vitamin B12 deficiency. So it's best to consume these two vitamins within the recommended amounts. Minsan kasi akala nyo yung symptoms folic acid ang problema, yung pala kulang tayo sa B12. Good sources of folate include green leafy vegetables, legumes, seeds, liver, poultry, eggs, cereals, and citrus fruits. So ano naman po ang B12? It is cyanocobalamin, which helps to produce and maintain the myelin surrounding nerve cells, mental ability, red blood cell formation, and breaking down of some fatty acids and amino acids to produce energy. Our nerve cells are enclosed in a myelin sheath. Ito po yung protection niya at dun sa nerves. At saka ito na rin po ang naghaharang or nag-a-accept ng kung ano naman ang substances na nasa bloodstream. The myelin sheath is very important. If it's not healthy, the nerve cells will be affected. Vitamin B12 has a close relationship with folate because both depend on the other to work properly. Vitamin B12 is the partner of iron in producing oxygen with the protein hemoglobin, and the partner of B9 in producing red blood cells. Okay. Vitamin B12 deficiency, because vitamin B12 is only found in foods from animal sources, people following strict vegan diets as well as breastfed babies of vegan mothers tend to be most commonly affected. Vegan po kasi yung talagang purely plant. They don't even eat eggs kasi galing sa animal. So talagang puro plant siya. So since you don't get B12 in plants, pwede ka maging deficient sa vitamin B12 kapag puro plants lang ang kinakain. And then absorption of B12 from the gut also tends to decrease with age. So the elderly is another group who are more at risk of deficiency. Sources of vitamin B12, liver, meat, milk, cheese, and eggs, and almost anything of animal origin. Okay. Yun po. So, why do we choose Atomy Vitamin B Complex? Meron pong 90 capsules sa ating vitamin B complex. It's a dietary supplement for energy and metabolism. Let's find out. Ang nasa vitamin B complex ng Atomy, puro po organic fruits and vegetables. Wala po siyang animal source. So, kita po natin organic fruit blend, including apple, blueberry, and cranberry. And then organic vegetable blend, including tomato, carrot, and beets. Tapos may green veggie blend pa siya aside from the red and yellow vegetables. Meron po siyang spinach, broccoli, and kale. So it is formulated with active forms of nutrients. Puro na po active siya. Kasi po ang vitamin B and any other nutrient, pag ini-store po sa katawan or sa food source, hindi po siya active, kailangan pa siya i-convert into something else before the body can use it. Ito po, ang nilagay na po ng Atomy, lahat po active form na agad. So pagka ininom po natin, magagamit agad ng katawan. Hindi na po mag-iintay. So Atomy B Complex delivers your daily dose in one convenient veggie capsule. At Atomy Vitamin B Complex is packed with ideal proportions of all 8 B vitamins with organic fruit and vegetable blends. Okay. Ano pong nasa loob ng active B complex ng Atomy? Ito po, ang RDA requirement sa US, kunyari sa B1 thiamine, 1.2 milligrams lang. Ang nilagay po ng Atomy sa vitamin B, 5 milligrams. Ang daily value po nakakuha natin is 417% or 4 times the required vitamin B1. Sa B2 naman po, Riboflavin, 1.3 lang po ang required, but we have 10 milligrams that we take in sa Atomy vitamin B. So it's 7.5 times more than the required. And then B3 niacin, ang required is 16 milligrams, but we have 30 milligrams, so it's almost 2 times the required. Sa B6 po naman, Pyridoxine, 1.7 milligrams lang ang kailangan, sinasabi ng USRDA, pero meron po tayong 10 milligrams na makukuha sa Atomy vitamin B. So almost 600% po, 588%. Sa B9 naman, folate, ang kailangan is 400 micrograms DFE. Ang nasa Atomy po, 666 micrograms. So it's more than 1.5%, more than 1.5 times. So ibig sabihin po, ito yung sinasabi natin, kasi sinabi sa nabasa natin kanina, do not exceed 1,000 micrograms daily for a long period of time, may pong effect yan. Ito naman po, malayo po sa 1,000. So only 666 micrograms. So B12 naman, which is very, very important also, 2.4 micrograms lang ang required, but we have 24 micrograms in vitamin B of Atomy. So it's 1,000%, 10 times more than what is required. B7 biotin, ang required pa 30 micrograms lang, but we have double that in vitamin B of Atomy, which is 60 micrograms. Sa B5 naman, 5 milligrams lang required, pero dinoble na naman ulit ng Atomy, so 10 milligrams po ang makukuha natin sa Atomy B complex. Okay, ang nilagay nga niya po, puro active forms. Kasi kailangan po siya maging available right away sa body. Okay, in order for B vitamins to be used effectively, it must be converted to their metabolically active forms for better bioavailability. Ang nilagay po niyan, active forms ng vitamins, B2, B3, B6, B7, B9, and B12. For example, sa B2 po, nilagay po niya Riboflavin 5-phosphate. Sa B6 naman, ang active form is Pyridoxine 5-phosphate. Tapos po sa B3, ang active form niya is niacinamide. Sa B7 po, D-biotin. Tapos premium po quality ingredients. It is non-GMO. Ibig sabihin, hindi po engineered yung plant para makuha ng madaming vitamin B. Lahat po siya natural. Kasi ang GMO nakakatakot po, di ba? Kung ano-anong nilalagay. Genetically modified po yun. Kung ano-anong nilalagay nila na genes from insects, from animals, from ganyan. Para po makuha yung characteristics na gusto nila at sinasama po sa halaman. Tapos papatubuin nila ng gano'n. Kunyari yung corn, hindi siya nabubulok, hindi siya kinakapitan ng insekto. Kasi may nilalagay silang genes doon from a spider para po maging mas matibay yung corn. Tapos yun po ipapakain sa atin. Ito po ang pinili nilang halaman, non-GMO. It is gluten-free. It is vegan-friendly, meaning even those on a vegan diet can drink this because wala po siyang animal source. Number 2, puro organic po. Wala pong pesticide na ginamit, wala pong chemical fertilizer na ginamit. So organic vegetable and fruit blends. And then, yung active form po, vitamin B9, which is very important, yung folate, kinuha nila from a brand na gumagawa po talaga nito, which is Folic. Number 4, active forms of B2, B3, B6, and B7 din po ang ginamit. And then, methylcobalamin is the active form of B12. Ito pong ginamit nila, not just cobalamin or cyanocobalamin. Ginawa na po nilang active form agad. Okay. So, ito po ang importance po ng quadrafolic. Kasi any food folate or folic acid we ingest must be metabolized into 5-MTHF to be used in the body. Once in this form, it can be transported into cells, tissues, and even across the blood-brain barrier. There is a barrier. Everything else goes around the blood. Okay? But when it gets to the brain, medyo may police doon yung brain. Hindi lahat po ng substances nakakapasok sa brain kasi meron siyang protection. Kasi kung lahat na lang, for example, yung alcohol nakakapasok nga, kaya po nalalasing, di ba? Hindi nga daw napupunta sa tiyan, napupunta sa utak. In small amounts, pero pag marami ka ininom, nakakapasok din po sa brain and it affects your functions. Hindi ka na, like we can see, hindi ka na masyadong sensible kung minsan, di ba? Makulit, kung ano-ano. So, ang brain may barrier po. Pero po pagka-active form, ang B9, nakakapasok po agad to be used by the brain right away because B9 is very important for brain functions. So, unfortunately, many who have a genetic MTHFR mutation are unable to utilize these nutrients properly. So, pagka po meron kayong ganun deficiency sa katawan, hindi po nyo magagamit yung folic acid na inactive. Kailangan, hindi po nyo magagamit, hindi nyo mako-convert. So, ang ginawa po ng Atomy, kinuha na niya active form, converted na agad. So, meron na po siyang agad 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate to be immediately bioavailable in the body. Tsaka po kung mapapansin niyo po yung diagram, on the left is folic acid. It is converted in many steps to become 5-methylfolate, which is the active form. And then may tapon din po yan. Hindi po lahat nako-convert. So, matagal at hindi siya efficient. Pero nung sa vitamin B9 po ng quadrafolic ng Atomy, yun na po yun. 5-methylfolate agad ang form niya. Hindi na po mag-iintay. And then the active form of B12 is methylcobalamin. So you can utilize it directly without any need for conversion. Yung cyanocobalamin, which is more common, is a synthetic version of vitamin B12. That is not what Atomy uses. Okay. And again, it is pure and transparent. It is non-GMO. It is vegan. It is gluten-free. Meron din po kasi mga allergies sa gluten, so tinanggal po nila yon. At tapos, nakita ko po, as a short story lang po, nakita ko po ang epekto po ng vitamin B complex dito po sa amin. Kasi po, yung auntie ko is 97, she's turning 98 tomorrow. So, minsan dinala po namin siya sa doktor and hindi naman po para doon, pero natanong ko lang pa isang doktor. Sabi ko, ano bang pwedeng gawin? Because medyo forgetful na nga siya and usually she cannot finish her sentences. And alam po niya yun. She forgets the words and then she says, ang hirap ko kausap. Sabi pa nga niyang gano'n. So, sabi niya, you have to bring her to a neurologist. But in the meantime, I will give you vitamin B kasi kailangan yun ng kanyang brain. So, binigay niya po kami ng prescription. We went off to the drugstore and bought it right away. And as far as I can tell, it is one of the more expensive brands. Okay? So, bili-bili kami, sabi niya once a day. And so, siguro nakabili kami for 3 months. Basta nakatatlong bili na kami. Tapos, pinagmamasan ko lang siya. I didn't know when the effect will be. Pero sabi ko, there's not much improvement. In fact, she was the same. She looked confused. Ganon. Tapos kakausapin niya ako, meron siyang urgent na sasabihin, hindi naman niya masabi isang oras na kami nag-uusap. Yung sentence is, well, actually, gano'n. Nakarating na po kami sa comedor from her room, hindi pa niya natatapos yung sentence. And then what I did was, at that time, nag-fiddle around with my cellphone. Tapos she was just talking, and then finally she got what she wanted. After an hour, notes, hey, is that your message? Okay, ganon, di ba? So, sabi ko, naisip ko, teka muna, may vitamin B naman ang Atomy, ba't di ko subukan? At alam ko kasi puro herbal din yun. So, nag-try po kami, since ito in Korea, hindi po namin nabili agad dito, so we waited a month for shipment and all. Pero nung naipainom ko po sa kanila, kasi magkapatid din po sila, one is younger, hindi ko po din inaasahan kung kailan po lalabas yung epekto, kasi hindi ko naman po binantay. I just go up to find out, how things are. And then just one time, it struck me. She was alert. In 3 weeks, she was alert. You can see it in her eyes, and she was very interested in her surroundings. And we were talking like normal. Sabi ko, wow. Sabi ganon, talagang Atomy talaga. Sabi ko, wala nang iba. Sabi, wag na bumili dyan kung saan-saan. Ganon. So, tapos napansin ko pa, nung kinumpute ko, mas mura lumalabas ang Atomy B complex kesa doon sa binili namin sa Mercury. And this already includes shipping. So, yun po ang amazing product po ng vitamin B na may testimony po kami talaga. Okay. So, let's go on to the next product, which is TRIACTIVE calcium. Bakit po TRIACTIVE? Meron po siyang 3 active na substances. Magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D. They work in synergy with one another. Without one, medyo po hindi gagana masyado yung isa. Let's find out. So what is calcium? It is a mineral that is necessary for life. In addition to building bones and keeping them healthy, calcium enables our blood to clot, our muscles to contract, and our heart to beat. We need to consume a certain amount of calcium to maintain healthy communication between the brain and other parts of the body. Calcium is a cofactor for many enzymes. This means that without the presence of calcium, these important enzymes cannot work as efficiently. Calcium affects the smooth muscle that surrounds blood vessels, causing it to relax. Pagka po kasi yung nerves, you need to move some muscle, yung nerves will stimulate the muscle, and then meron pong nare-release na calcium into the muscle, and it will contract. Pagka po nailabas ulit ng muscle yung calcium, magre-relax siya. Pero habang andun yung calcium, hindi siya magre-relax. So, calcium is very important to control blood vessels and muscles. Okay. Around 99% of the calcium in the human body is found in the bones and teeth. Calcium continues strengthening the bones of humans until they reach the age of 20 to 25, when bone density is highest. After that age, bone density declines. 99% of the calcium is found in the bones and teeth. The 1% is found floating around in the blood. Kasi kailangan din po ng ibang organs yung calcium. Ngayon, pag wala ka masyadong calcium, kukunin ng katawan dun sa bones and teeth mo yung calcium. Kukunin niya. So, manghihina yung bones and teeth mo. Kaya po pagka pregnant, kailangan din may calcium. Kasi kailangan po ng unborn child to develop his or her own bones, yung calcium po. So, kukuha sa nanay. Yung kinukuha niya sa blood. Pag kulang, kukuha yung katawan ng nanay doon sa bones ng nanay. So, may nakikita po tayo, nanghihina po yung bones ng nanay after po siya mabuntis. Kasi po, pag hindi siya nag-supplement ng calcium, kailangan ng bata, kukuha yung katawan from somewhere else. So, yung bones po ng adult, nagiging butas-butas sa loob. Sa labas, makikita niyo po, pero pag in-x-ray niyo po yun, hindi na po puti yung bones. Gray na po, light gray. Hindi mo na makikita yung fine lines. Okay. Every day, we lose calcium through our skin, nails, hair, sweat, urine, and feces. Our bodies cannot produce its own calcium. That's why it's important to get enough calcium from the food we eat. When we don't get the calcium our body needs, it is taken from our bones. People who not consume enough calcium before the age of 20 to 25 have a considerably higher risk of developing brittle bone disease or osteoporosis later in life. So what are some calcium-rich foods? These include milk, cheese, yogurt, seaweed such as kelp, hijiki, and wakame, nuts and seeds including pistachio, sesame, almonds, and hazelnuts. It also includes beans, figs, broccoli, spinach, tofu, and dandelion leaves. Okay. Calcium supplements should be taken with food for best absorption and to minimize possible undesirable side effects. Kasi kailangan po ng calcium supplements to be used by the body, kailangan niya ng stomach acid. Calcium supplements should be consumed at intervals spread throughout the day, usually 2 or 3 times a day. So ano pong possible causes of calcium deficiency? Calcium deficiency is also known as hypocalcemia. Meron pong eating disorders that does not allow the body to absorb calcium efficiently. If you have been exposed to mercury, hindi po yung sa thermometer lang na maliit, yung malaki po. And then mercury also gets into the brain, so hindi po rin maganda yon. And then the long-term use of laxatives, prolonged use of some medicines, including chemotherapy. Some cancers will also block the absorption of calcium. Postmenopausal women, because po pagka menopausal po, bumababa bigla ang estrogen level. And estrogen po is the one that helps absorb calcium. So makita niyo po sa women after a certain age, nagiging brittle na po yung bones at doon po nakakatakot lalo pagka po nahulog-hulog, madaling mabalian. So, yun po ang iingatan natin sa elderly. And also, those who consume a lot of caffeine, soda, or alcohol. So, alcohol pa rin po. Okay. Also, some digestive diseases and kidney failure or if you have pancreatitis, if you have a vitamin deficiency or a phosphate deficiency, or if you already have osteoporosis, osteopenia. Osteopenia is the stage before osteoporosis. And some people follow vegan diet because if you're strictly vegan, you don't get much calcium from plants. Okay. High index of calcium may improve the following conditions. Aside from just helping the bones and teeth to be stronger, calcium may also help colon cancer. It might have a protective effect on the colon and help prevent colorectal cancer. It can also help kidney stones because high intakes of dietary calcium may protect the kidney and prevent the development of kidney stones. It will also increase bone strength in the unborn baby. It can also help fluorosis, which is fluoride poisoning in children. It is a condition caused by ingestion of too much fluoride. So thankful po ako sa propolis toothpaste, wala pong ganyan na danger kahit malunon po ng bata. Taking calcium by mouth together with vitamin C and D supplements seems to improve symptoms of fluoride poisoning in children. It can also help high cholesterol. Taking calcium supplements along with a low-fat or low-calorie diet seems to modestly reduce bad cholesterol and modestly increase good cholesterol. It will help a little po, just a little, but always with the correct diet. It can also help high blood pressure because taking calcium supplements seems to reduce blood pressure by a small amount in people with or without high blood pressure. It also helps the condition of preeclampsia. Eclampsia po is very dangerous pagka po sa mga buntis. This is usually caused by consuming too much salt. Kasi in the first trimester of pregnancy, kahit ano pwede mo kainin because you're craving, di ba? Pero in the last trimester po, the last 3 months, kailangan na po mag-tone down sa salt. Pagka po too much salt, makita mo po na mamaga yung ilong ng ibang buntis kasi naiiwan yung nare-retain ng tubig sa katawan. Ito rin po ang cause ng eclampsia. Pag manganak po, it will cause bleeding and pwede pong mamatay yung nanay. So, preeclampsia is a pregnancy complication marked by high blood pressure and protein in the urine. But taking 1 to 2 grams of calcium by mouth daily seems to reduce the risk of pregnancy-related high blood pressure. So, rickets po, it is a softening of bones in children. It is mostly due to vitamin deficiency, but very low calcium intake can also cause rickets. Kasi nga, pag low ang vitamin D levels mo, low din ang absorption ng calcium mo, so magkakonekta po sila. So, yung tooth retention po naman din, nakakatulong din po ang calcium. Taking calcium and vitamin D by mouth appears to help prevent tooth loss in older people. So, may pag-asa pa po yung mga mga kulang mahina na yung ipin, pwede pa po natin i-save with calcium. And this is the surprising part. Calcium can also help in weight management. It seems to lower body weight or produce less weight gain over time. May nakita po sila sa studies na with more calcium in the blood, yung calcium po sa fat cells natitigil, and then hindi po masyado nag-absorb ng fat yung fat cells. Okay. Magnesium is another of the mineral that is found in our atomic calcium. So what is magnesium? Magnesium is required by the skeletal muscles, heart, teeth, bones, and many other organs to be able to function normally. Furthermore, magnesium is needed to activate vitamin D. Okay, here's the circle. Calcium needs vitamin D to be absorbed. Vitamin D needs magnesium to be activated. So sila po synergy. Without one or the other, mahirap po to get the best effect, best benefits from calcium. Abnormal levels in either magnesium or vitamin D can lead to serious organ dysfunctions. So, vitamin D and magnesium are needed in other parts of the body. Hindi lang po to synthesize calcium. So, kailangan din po natin ng magnesium and vitamin D at all times. Okay. Magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in the human body after calcium, potassium, and sodium. Magnesium activates more than 600 enzymes and influences extracellular calcium levels. Magnesium is essential for the stability of cell function, RNA and DNA synthesis, and cell repair. It helps activate a wide range of transporters. These are the communicators, enzymes, and up to 30% of our proteins. Almost 60% of magnesium is present in bone and teeth. So we can see again the synergy between calcium, because that's also where calcium is in bone and teeth. Okay. Vitamin D naman po, it is a fat-soluble vitamin that has many essential functions. It helps regulate the balance of calcium and phosphate to maintain healthy bone functions. It is important to note that calcium is not easily absorbed without the help of vitamin D. Vitamin D needs to be converted from its inactive form to an active form before it can be useful to our body. Okay. The various stages of vitamin D conversions are actively dependent on the bioavailability of magnesium. Yan nga po. Vitamin D is dependent on magnesium. Vitamin D is mostly synthesized upon skin exposure to sunlight and may also be obtained from food or supplements as either vitamin D2 or D3. So, sabi nga nila, the best source of vitamin D is sunlight. Diba? Morning sun. Wag po naman yung matindi ang araw. Cancer na po ang makukuha natin doon. But here's the thing. Exposure to sunlight is fine. Pero yung pong ginagamit daw po natin na sunscreen, as low as 8 SPF will already block 95% of vitamin D from sunlight. So it is better for us to take in vitamin D either from food or from supplements. Kasi parang hindi, nagko-kontra silang dalawa eh. Okay. So why do we choose TRIACTIVE calcium of Atomy? Atomy calcium supports healthy teeth and tooth and bone formation. It has 360 tablets. If we take it twice a day for growing teenagers, magiging 180 lang po siya na magagamit 180 days. Okay. Let's find out more about atomic calcium. It has a triple formula for supporting your health. It has calcium, which is 2 times the magnesium. Calcium is required for bone and tooth formation. And then we have vitamin D, which is required to absorb. It is required to help the intestines absorb calcium and help in bone formation. And then magnesium is required also for bone tooth formation. It is required to help the normal functioning of many internal enzymes, energy production in the body, maintain normal blood circulation. So, with a synergistic effect of these 3 nutrients, we can create strong bones and teeth. So, what kind of calcium does Atomy use? The raw material of calcium is a type of red alga that grows naturally on the Irish coast. So, this is seaweed powder, calcified po from the natural plant minerals of the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean has low industrial pollution. The various minerals derived from plants are formulated in a well-balanced form. So, kita po natin, yung seaweed kasi habang nandun siya sa under the sea, marami po siyang nasasagap na minerals, marami siyang nasasagap na calcium from the ocean. Tapos ito po, pag inabsorb niya yon, calcified siya, ibig sabihin titigas siya, marami na siyang calcium na na-absorb. Ito po yung ginagawang powder to be included in the formula of the atomic calcium. Ano po ang ratio ng calcium natin and magnesium sa atomic calcium? Calcium has 2 times the magnesium. 400 milligrams sa calcium, 200 milligrams magnesium. Ito po daw kasi ang best combination. Okay. So let's find out more about calcium from red algae. Calcium from red algae grows naturally under the sea. It provides bioactive calcium. Bioactive na po siya agad. No need to convert. Bioactive magnesium also, and 72 other minerals. It is derived from the calcified structure of red algae, which absorbs trace minerals from the surrounding seawater. It is more superior than calcium carbonate. What is calcium carbonate? To give you an idea, there are 4 kinds of calcium. Okay? Calcium carbonate is the best of the 4 because it contains 40% elemental calcium. And this type is more commonly available. It is relatively cheap and convenient. Calcium lactate, I think that's the one that comes from milk, contains 13% elemental calcium. Calcium gluconate contains 9% elemental calcium. Calcium citrate contains 21% elemental calcium. The first 3 needs stomach acid to be processed. Calcium citrate does not. Okay, so calcium carbonate has 40% elemental calcium, which I believe is used by many other calcium supplements, many other brands. But as we can see, calcium from red algae is more superior than the best of the 4 calcium kinds. So ito po yung kinuha po ng Atomy, the one from the red algae. And aside from having a lot more calcium, the calcium is bioactive, the magnesium, it also has magnesium which is bioactive, and 72 other minerals. So nakita po natin, best of the best talaga, at yung quality po ng Atomy, hindi po mapapantayan. Okay. So to create a sturdy bone, Atomy says these are the calcium-rich foods: milk, anchovy, tofu, cheese, and shrimp. And food that interferes with calcium absorption is black tea, cocoa, carbonated drinks. Because caffeine will reject calcium. I think it binds with calcium and then you excrete the calcium from your body instead of it being absorbed by your body. Dinidikitan niya yung dinidikitan ng caffeine ang calcium natin sa katawan tapos nilalabas lang natin, hindi natin nagagamit. Okay. So, the calcium intake criteria by age, ito po yung recommended po ng Atomy. So, 0 to 5 months, most male and female babies, 200 ang kailangan, 6 to 11 months, 250. Pag 1 to 2 years old, nagdi-differentiate na po ang needs ng male and female. Mas marami po usually ang male, mas malalaki po ang buto nila. Okay, so 1 to 2 years old, 450, 400. Okay, 3 to 5 years old, 600, 550, ganun. Ang peak po na need is from 12 to 14 years old. Kailangan po ng male adolescent 1,000 milligrams of calcium. Kailangan po ng female adolescent 800. So, growing up years po nila ito. Yung tinatawag natin, may growth spurts ang teenager. Uy, biglang tumangkad. Kasi yung calcium din niya tama. Kasi kahit napatangkad na siya, wala siyang magamit na nutrient, hindi po siya tatangkad masyado. Kasi wala pong magamit ang body na to develop, to build the body, di ba? So, yung lang available sa kanya, yung lang gagamitin niya. But if we supplement the teenager with the correct amount of calcium, malamang po makuha niya yung maximum height niya. Yan po. Okay, and then pagka po 50 years and above, nag-stabilize na po siya sa 700. Before 50, 650 lang, 650 milligrams lang kailangan. Pero pag 50 years old na, dumadagdag po ng konti ang males. Kasi po, nauubos-ubos na yung calcium niya sa katawan, ginagamit na rin po ng ibang organs. Since wala naman po siyang, we cannot produce calcium in the body, kailangan po natin i-supplement. Okay. Atomic calcium recommended first by the youth growing after 15 years old, needing more calcium in their development. It is also needed by expecting and breastfeeding mothers kasi like we said, it is needed by the fetus. So also by the middle-aged and elderly men and women, menopausal women, because pag menopausal, wala na pong estrogen and you need to supplement it either with soy, so soy mimics estrogen functions, or calcium din. And then those with a calcium deficiency, those who need nutritional support due to irregular diets, yung mga hindi kumakain on time or hindi kakain ng konti, kakain ng madami sa susunod, ganun po. Those who want to supplement their calcium intake for a more healthy mind and body. About diets po, wag niyo pong guluhin yung katawan niyo. You have to stick to a regular diet, whether it's konti or madami. Not too much madami naman. Parang, yung oras po, as much as possible, stick to a regular hour. Kasi, yung mga nagda-diet po, kung minsan, hindi po kakain ng at all, tapos kakain ng madami kasi hindi nila matiis. Hindi po maganda yun. Ang ginagawa po ng katawan kasi, papansin niya that the supply is erratic. So, ang gagawin niya, mag-hoard siya. Mag-hoard siya ng fat, mag-hoard siya ng calorie, mag-hoard siya ng sugar. Tapos, mapapansin niyo pag nagda-diet ko, lalo kayong tumataba. Kasi, tinatakot niyo yung katawan niyo. Kailangan po regular. So, relax lang yung body. May nutrient ako, gamitin ko na for energy. Kailangan na yan ngayon. Pero pag wala siya makukuha regularly, nag-hoard siya for future use. So, yun po. Kailangan po regular. If it's regular at this hour, regular na konti, regular na ganyan, gawin nyo lang po regular. Yun po. And then about calcium, again, I will talk about my aunt who is turning 98. We were worried, very much concerned, because when she retired from work, she was a very active woman. She became, basta sa education sa UP, kilalang siya doon. So, marami siyang ginagawa, marami siyang sinusulat. Tapos nagulat kami nung nag-retire siya. Hindi namin napansin, slowly, yung kanyang spine, nag-curve. And then, to compensate, sumusunod yung leeg niya. So, naka-bend yung leeg niya to her shoulder. And then, basta one time, nagulat ako, sabi ko, bakit? Almost touching her shoulder. Pero sa kanya, hindi niya alam yun. Akala niya her neck was straight. So, and she was, sabi niya, I need to be reminded, I should put my neck up, yung ganun, yung conscious siya. She has to be conscious daw na iakyat niya yung neck niya. Syempre, yung natural niya, ibibend niya talaga. So anyway, we gave her whatever, di ba? We gave her calcium also. Sabi ko, this is good for bones. She's elderly and all. And then we left it at that. Tapos one time, kasi meron siyang maliit na wheelchair na tinutulak niya, hindi naman niya sinasakyan. And then I noticed, sabi ko, uy, nakadiretso leg mo. What happened? Sabi ko sa mga yaya. Hindi, slowly, umangat po yung leeg niya. May strength po yung leeg niya. And then she was holding her head straight. So when her head was bent, when her neck was bent, it affected her vision. Kasi parang malabo daw, double vision and all that. Sabi ng doktor, nung mapapangot siya sa salamin nung araw, naas yung leeg niya, hey, malinaw. Tama yung grado ko. So, ganon. So, nagulat kami. So, actually, I did not expect that. Kasi sabi ko, matanda na, ano pang magagawa ng calcium? It is just to prevent and delay and all that. Pero, bumalik siya sa dati. Natuwa ako doon. So ngayon, lahat po ng binibigay namin, kailangan di sila mawalan. Kinakabahan ako sa epekto sa kanila kapag nawala po yung nutritional. Okay po. So this ends our presentation for today. I don't know if it took too long. Meron po akong tanong, mamaya na po. Okay, thank you very much for everybody, to everybody. Okay. Stop ko na po.
Thank you, Sales Master Miles MUNARRIZ, sa napakaganda pong explanation about ito sa ating featured product for today na Atomy Vitamin B Complex tsaka yung ating Atomy TRIACTIVE Calcium na talaga naman pong napaka-amazing ng mga benefits pala at napakarami po nating makukuha sa kanila. Hindi na natin kailangan kumain pa ng pahiwa-hiwalay ng mga kung ano-ano pa pong makakapigay sa atin ng vitamin B, kundi isang intake na lang po, 'di ba? Napakamura pa niya kaysa bumili ka ng napakaraming pagkain na magbibigay sa atin ng magandang resulta. talaga pong napaka-amazing. Amazed po talaga ako dito sa dalawang product na to. Wala akong masabi kundi gusto ko siyang itry. Yung calcium talagang umiinom na po kami ngayon kasama yung mga admin and yung parents ko na thank you sa binigay ni Ma'am Lizelle. And talaga pong dapat pala inumin talaga namin to dahil nung bata rin pa ako, talagang ako uminom ng gatas, ganyan. Kaya maliit ako. Kaya kailangan po natin nga pala mag-intake ng calcium yan po. Kung meron pong question, dahil okay lang po na konting over po tayo ngayon dahil talaga naman pong dami nating natutunan. Kung may question po, mag-unmute lang po kayo.
Ma'am.
Hello, Ma'am Nanette. Hi. Yes, Ma'am.
May available na ba tayong vitamin B complex sa center?
Si Ma'am Julie sasagot niyan.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, ang vitamin B complex wala po, pero pwede tayong mag-order kay Ma'am Lizelle. Ang TRIACTIVE calcium meron.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ako po, Ma'am Miles, may tanong ako, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano pong the best ng pag-intake ng TRIACTIVE calcium? Sa umaga ba o sa gabi?
Ma'am, ang sinasabi nila parati sa gabi kasi for repair. Pero kailangan hindi empty stomach kasi kailangan mo ng stomach acid para ma-process yung calcium. Yan po. Pero pagka kunyari more than once, yung dosage mo like teenagers po, mag twice a day ka na po.
Okay po, Ma'am Miles. Ito po.
Ma'am Miles, marami din po akong tanong. Sorry po.
Yes, ma'am.
Ako mismo may maraming tanong kasi nung inaano na po. Unang-una po pala, congratulations ma'am, ang colorful na ng presentation mo. Ang ganda na
Yes,
ng
ma'am.
presentation.
Napuyat ako, ma'am.
Palakpakan natin si Ma'am Miles, nag-i-improve yung kanyang mga presentation. Yun yung una kong
Ganda,
napansin. Not really Ma'am Miles ito, naging colorful. Si Ma'am Miles parang plain lang, green and mga ganun lang. Pero ngayon colorful. So congratulations Ma'am Miles. And at saka parang nag-aral ako ng chemistry nung napapanood ko. Ang dami-daming mga yung chemicals, ano ba yun? Yung parang table of elements, yung ganun. Tapos bottom line, ang daming benefits kaya kailangan na lang i-take kasi talagang alam mo namang maganda basta atomy, 'di ba? So kanina medyo nag-off cam ako kasi tinitignan ko kung yung mga stock ko, kailangan ko ng vitamin B, yun pala naipadala ko na lahat. So kailangan kong mag-take nito, kumuha ako nito. And may tanong ako, ma'am, ano rin po yung the best na intake ng vitamin B tsaka vitamin B complex tsaka hindi mo po nasabi kung ilan ang dapat i-intake. And pwede bang since ano siya, meron siyang B9, folate folic acid, which is good for pregnant women, is it advisable na pwedeng uminom yung mga pregnant women dito sa vitamin B9 B complex, ma'am? Mamaya naman yung TRIACTIVE na tanong ko.
Ma'am, sa tingin ko okay din naman. Hindi naman sinabi doon kung for pregnant lang or hindi. Pero actually, yung dosage po ng B9 natin is way below the overdose. Kasi ba may sinabing overdose in yung nabasa natin na 1,000 micrograms a day for a long period of time. Wag po daw gawin yun sa B9. Pero ang nakalagay lang po sa atom is 666 micrograms lang. So, very safe po yun. So, at tingin ko po, knowing atomy, pinag-aralan na rin po nila yun kung ano yung safe levels and yet beneficial sa lahat.
So thank you for that, ma'am. So ilang capsule dapat ang i-take nun, ma'am? Kasi 90 capsule yun, di ba? So isa lang or
Isa lang po. Opo.
isa lang po. And then nakita ko, ma'am, doon sa kinompare mo yung normal na atomy vitamin B complex na po sa atomy, talagang nag-exceed doon sa required. Ngayon, wala bang magiging problema doon sa exceed, ma'am, na doon sa required? Pero sa US kasi yun, ma'am, di ba? US required.
Opo. Ma'am, ang experience po namin, parang taga-US, mga nababasa din po namin, masyadong safe ang USRDA. Yung sinasabi nilang vitamin C, yung 500, ano lang yun basic lang yun sinabi lang 500, diba? You can take in vitamin C na 1,000 milligrams, walang problema yun. Pero very safe lang sila. So mga nababasa po namin ng ibang nagbo-blog po, sinasabi nila kahit mga doktor sila, Masyadong ano yan, maliit, wala kang makikitang epekto dyan. It's just to maintain what you already have. Diba?
Okay.
Pero kung gusto mong maging healthy, dagdagan mo. So parang ganun po yung ginawa ng Atomy, dinagdagan na agad.
Okay, ma'am. So, safe talaga siya. Ma'am,
Opo.
meron din akong hindi naintindihan na word. Pasensya na kasi hindi rin ako ganun kagaling. Lalo na yung medical terms at saka mas malalalim. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng malaise? M-A-L-A-I-S-E. Malaise.
Para pong ano yan if I remember right, para pong, hindi naman dementia, pero parang, yun, sinto-sinto. Hindi nag-function masyado yung, parang gano'n yung ano, sabi mo ng
Kalimot.
lito. Hindi po, parang lito. Parang gano'n na,
lito ka.
hindi, not in her senses, parang gano'n.
Parang wala sa sarili.
Yan, parang.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And then yung sa ano, ma'am, yung sa intake ng calcium, di ba ang required lang nakalagay din, ma'am, is 1,000. Ay, di ba binigay mo yung required lang? Halimbawa, ma'am, sumobra doon. Halimbawa, di ba yung calcium natin, nakita ko 800 milligram, ganyan. Tapos, yung anak ko kasi di ba sabi ko, gusto ko siyang painumin para makuha niya yung maximum height. Kasi height din yung problema niya. Kasi pinakatatlo daw siya sa pinakamaliliit doon sa grade 5 na siya ngayon, grade 5 na class niya. So binibigyan ko sila ng gatas every morning and then sa gabi, and then ngayon na na-discuss nyo po na napakaganda rin ng TRIACTIVE. Ang problema ko lang hindi niya kayang lunukin, kaya ang balak ko yung bilog muna natin, yung chewable. So kapag sumobra naman, ma'am, nag-take na siya noon 1,000 mg po yung yung bilog natin, yung chewable, tapos iinom pa ng gatas. Anong magiging resulta pag sobra naman yung intake ng calcium? Meron bang something na side effects pag sobra po dun sa required na kailangan?
Pag sobra, may effect din po. Pero pag konting sobra lang po, wala po naman kasi nagagamit parati yan ng katawan eh. Tapos ma'am, pag-aralan din po natin kasi may mga nagsasabi sa akin, ang calcium po daw sa milk, baliwala. Parang yun po lang ang narinig ko. So, hindi po din makakatulong sa calcium intake natin. Lalo na po
yes, ma'am.
Lalo na po yata ang cow's milk because sabi nga cow's milk is made for little cows. Ang laki-laki po nung katawan ng cow na yon. Tapos papainumin mo sa mga tao na ganito lang katawan natin. Ang best po talaga is goat's milk kasi it is more absorbable at saka mas friendly sa katawan natin. Although mas mahal.
Sige, ma'am, i-check ko po kasi yun yung dito sa Korea po talaga, yung mga teenagers, mga ganon, talagang nire-record. Pati kaya matatangkad yung kahit maliliit yung mga nanay-tatay nila dito kasi sa school required din silang uminom ng gatas na 200 ml every, yung kasama sa merienda nila. Yung ganon, kaya ang tatangkad po nila. And then yung anak ko kasi hindi pala inom ng gatas. Siguro po yung milk dito sa Korea is designed talaga siya para may kasama na yung pampatangkad. Kasi ganon po usually dito required sa mga kasi dito po, nai-stress sila kung maliliit sila. Kaya inaano ko na lang sa anak ko, huwag kang mag-expect na sobrang tangkad mo kasi ang nanay at tatay mo hindi naman ganun katangkad. Kaso nga lang, ma'am, i-example na naman nila yung nanay at tatay hindi matangkad pero sa kaiinom ng gatas tumangkad daw. Kaya medyo may stress ang mga bata dito pagdating dun sa teenager. Kaya nag-iisip ako ngayon, kung sobra-sobra ba kasi pinainom ko na ng gatas tapos papainumin ko ngayon yung chewable kasi hindi niya talaga kayang lumunok kahit almost teenager na siya, 12 na po siya eh. So ayun, ma'am, thank you so much sa napakagandang mo, ma'am, sa presentation mo. Bigyan ko rin ng time yung mga iba. Sorry po.
Ma'am, dito sa Mercury, mayroon pong tablet cutter. Baka gusto mo. You can cut the tablet in half. Opo. Kasi hindi naman
ang ginagawa nga niya sa Omega, ma'am, hindi niya malunok. Ang lambot na nun, ang ginagawa niya, kinakagat tapos sinisip-sip niya yung
oil.
Kahit di ba hindi naman masarap yung Omega pag sinisip mo. Mas okay pa yung ganon kaysa So ang gagawin niya sa TRIACTIVE, ngunguyain niya yun. Hindi naman kasing sarap nung TRIACTIVE yung tawag nito, ma'am? Yung chewable. Kaya yung chewable na lang po ang ipapainom ko kasi hindi pa naman phase out yun. Yung chewable calcium din po ng Atomy. And then nung nakaraan, ma'am, di ba na-discuss mo rin milk thistle, yung sa fats, kasi pag sobrang taba ka mo, nakaka-problema din sa liver. So, trinay ko na naman sa kanya yung milk thistle. Wala, naubos niya na yung 500 ml ng water. Yung milk thistle nandito pa rin niya. So, yun yung, tapos trinay niyang nguyain. Hindi niya talaga gusto kasi alam niyo naman lasa ng milk thistle. Hindi naman kaya ng kahit sino. Kahit ako nga, ginanon ko, tapos medyo sumayad lang, iba yung lasa. So, hindi ko na naman naituloy yun. Yun ang problema ko po, kung paano ba yung technique para uminom din ng maayos yung mga bata.
Concentrate na lang po tayo, patangkarin siya kasi di ba pag tumangkad daw yung bata na sa stretch,
Oo,
pumapayat.
yun nga ma'am, kaya doon na lang ako sa chewable. Okay din naman
Opo.
yung chewable ma'am, di ba? Kaso madaling mag-change yung kulay.
Opo. Madali.
Sige po. Thank you so much, Ma'am Miles.
Salamat din po. May questions pa po?
Last one question po dahil overtime na po tayo. Sino pa po yung may question?
Para hindi niya malasahan yun. Ilagay niya po sa saging. Tapos i-bite niya yung saging. Ito.
Ako may tanong.
Yes,
Di ba sinabi natin 13 vitamins, tapos 8 of them vitamin B. Ano po yung 5 na hindi binanggit? Anybody? 5 other vitamins po na kailangan ng katawan. Kaya niyo? Ano ba yun? Ano po yung ibang vitamins na hindi vitamin B? Meron na nga sa Atomy iba eh.
Vitamin C, ma'am.
Yun, ma'am. Isa.
Vitamin E.
Vitamin E. Very good. Tatlo pa.
Vitamin A.
Vitamin A.
Meron ba yun, ma'am?
Oo,
Meron, ma'am. Apa.
Alam, may quiz. Vitamin.
Dalawa na lang.
Okay.
Vitamin K. Galing ni Ma'am Alice. Isa na lang.
Ano ba yung
Vitamin D, ma'am. Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Yun. Yun po.
Ayun.
Yun po yung 5. Opo. Very good. Thank you. Yun po. Okay, so kayo po, kung may tanong pa po ba na iba?
Yan po, kung wala na po kayong mga question, pwede po kayong mag-personal message sa ating speaker or sa GC natin para sagutin po niya doon at mabasa din ng iba. And yung mga may gustong sabihin din po doon sa GC natin, mag-react para po pwede panoorin ulit ng mga hindi nakapanood dahil talagang marami tayong natutunan ngayon and talagang napaka-ganda po ng topic natin for today and po napaka-amazing ng mga supplement ng Atomy. And proceed po tayo sa ating announcement. Thank you po pala sa lahat ng nanood sa ating YouTube channel and sa ating Zoom. And thank you sa ating napakagaling na speaker, Sales Master Miles MUNARRIZ. Yan po sa ating announcement. Yung announcement po natin, mamaya po yung ating Catching Success Online. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Wag po natin kalimutan yung mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel dahil doon po tayo madalas nagpapalabas ng ating mga seminars, pati itong ating Zoom meet tuwing morning. Doon din po tayo nagla-live. Please paki-subscribe po yung ating YouTube channel at Tommy Ariel Marquina Adja Center. And later po yung ating pick sa ating Catching Success is Opportunity Coast by Dr. Song Yun. And wag po natin kalimutan mamaya yung ating Tong Tong Talk. Mamaya po yan, mga 6 p.m. sa ating Philippine time. 6 p.m. ba sa amin na? 5? 5 p.m. po pala sa ating Philippine time. 6 p.m. sa Iya. Yan po Tong Tong Talk na Mongolian po yung magsasalita pero ita-translate sa atin ng English ng ating Sharon Rose Master Giselle Balia. Lahat po tayo ay manood sa Tong Tong Talk and sa iba pa pong announcement. And bukas po yung ating morning meeting. Please po mag-join yung mga hindi pa kabisado yung kanilang kung paano nila gamitin yung ating mobile apps. Website po pala. Please po mag-join po yung mga hindi pa po masyadong kabisado yung ating website dahil ituturo ng ating Sales Master Juliano how to manage your account using the website. Dahil marami po tayong hindi pa alam doon like yung resources or anything. na pwede nyo pong itanong din kung ano po yung mga gusto nyo itanong po bukas sa ating speaker. And para sa ating Thursday naman po, yung ating one-day seminar this Thursday. Yung ating one-day seminar sa ating Atomy PH official na YouTube and Facebook. 1 p.m. po yung start, and yung kanilang vision lecture is si Ma'am John Balaoro. Na talaga naman po napaka-amazing din ng kwento ng buhay niya, kaya abangan po natin. Yung Success Academy po natin, by March 27, mag-invite po tayo. Online na lang po lahat dahil bawal pa po yung gathering sa ating pick-up center. Yan po yung ating VIP Jason Shim, Royal Master Jason Shim po. Yan po, may mga galing din sa ating center na mag-speak. And pag din po natin kalimutan niya po yung sinasabi ko, yung ating Atomy, Ariel, Marikina, Adja Center, YouTube channel, mag-subscribe po tayo. And para sa karagdagang announcement, pinapasa ko po sa ating napakaganda at glowing na na Sharon Rosmaster Lizal Balyek.
Ayan, thank you so much po. Thank you so much everyone. And again, thank you so much Ma'am Miles for that. Napakagaling talaga ng ating speaker. So, ayan po, I would like to correct po, yung mamaya po, ako yung speaker. Itra-translate po sa Mongol. So parang baliktad yung nasabi ni Ma'am Ann. Ako yung speaker, itra-translate ng Mongolian. So definitely, meron tayong mga Mongolian na papasok dun sa Zoom. So I am requiring Team Laban to get inside the Zoom also, and then dress up of course kasi makikita din kayo ng mga Mongolian. So yun po yung correction dun sa announcement. And we would like also to thanks sa mga nanood sa ating YouTube channel. Wala na akong announcement, masabi na lahat ni Ma'am Julie Ann. So mag-thank you lang tayo sa mga nanood and magbabasa tayo ng random. Actually, umabot kanina ng 14 comments. 14 viewers. Kaso nga lang, syempre, medyo nag-overtime po tayo. So, ayan po. Julie, hindi. Wait lang, Mama. Ang sabi po ni Ma'am Yobe Jane Doronila, totoo, the best health supplement ang binigay ni Atomy sa atin. Not only health supplement, but lahat ng Atomy products, absolute price and absolute quality. Sabi naman ni Ma'am Leia Flor Fabian Mampawa, when kaya ito available sa Pilipinas, ma'am? Napakaganda naman ng product na ito, sabi po niya. And then from Ma'am Josefina Medrano, sana i-launch na din dito sa Philippine website. Sabi naman ni Ma'am Alona Biologo, watching here from Ariwalwan, Mandaluyong, thanks for product information. It really helps. Ayan po, sabi rin ni Ma'am Yobe Jane ulit, ganda pala ng Atomy TRIACTIVE Calcium, kailangan ko uminom. Buti na lang, nanalo si Sir Paul sa YouTube promotion, yung price niya, Atomy TRIACTIVE Calcium. Ayan, hindi niya siguro iniinom tapos nung nakita na maganda pala, iinumin niya na. Ayan po. Next po, sabi ni Ma'am Joy, need ko na talaga mag-take niyan kasi di ako mahilig uminom ng gatas dati. Sa TRIACTIVE Calcium siguro ito. Sabi naman ni Ma'am Victoria Javier, wow, nice, ang daming benefits makukuha sa Atomy Vitamin B Complex and TRIACTIVE Calcium. Ang gaganda talaga ng Atomy products. Thanks for sharing, Ma'am Miles. Have a blessed day, everyone. Sabi ni Ma'am Jerlyn Cadinas, amazing talaga pag Atomy products. Absolute quality with absolute price. Sabi naman ni Ma'am Mary Jane Balye po, thanks, Ma'am Miles, for that well-detailed explanation about our Atomy Vitamin B Complex and TRIACTIVE Calcium. We also learned how the 8 different vitamins can change our life to become more healthier, and also calcium is very important to our development stage, especially when we are still young. Thanks a lot, Ma'am Miles. Ayan po yung mga random message. Yung iba hindi po nag-message eh. So maraming salamat again, and God bless us all.
Ayan, thank you Sharon Rosmaster Lizal Balyek sa karagdagan pong announcement, and thank you po sa lahat, and mag-e-end na po tayo. Paki-open po lahat ng video ng lahat ng nasa Zoom, and then recite na po natin ang ating company motto. Ready position please.
Yeah.
Company motto, go.
Cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve humility. Aja.